Hey everyone, it's Steve from the garden. Today's video, I have some lettuce I need to get planted, and it's going into this bed where I have my hinged hoop house at. And you can see I already have like the frame laid down on here. Now I'm going to talk about the frame in a separate video, but I want to go over some of the considerations I have to make when I go and plant stuff in here for the fall. Now, one of those considerations is that this is a raised bed, and I did fill the bottom of this with big chunks of wood, trees, limbs, and all that kind of stuff. So it does tend to settle over time, and every fall I end up having to like top this off again to raise up the soil level. So that's what I did in this spot right here where the soil is much darker, because I have fresh compost in here. And when this is covered, it's on the left side is where it like hinges and goes up. So once I put the cover on, I'm not going to be able to really get it back in that area to get anything. So everything I plant is along the outside edge. Now, seeing that this is going to go well into the mid even late fall, and even though I topped it off with some compost, I'm going to add some balanced organic fertilizer to it just to provide the nutrients to carry it off into even early winter if I need to. So I'm just going to put that on, mix it into the soil, and then this area will be ready for planting. Another thing I have to consider when I plant these is where the plant's going to go, again along the perimeter, but also so that once it gets bigger, it doesn't get crushed by the frame or by the hoops. So I'm leaving a good, say 5-6 inches from each of the ends when I go to plant this in. That'll give the plant enough room that it can get larger and yet won't get crushed. I also want to give the plants a little bit more room in between each plant so that it has good airflow. And as the evenings get cool, you can get moisture kind of getting trapped in there with the dew and all that. So I want to make sure I have adequate spacing so we don't get any issues with rot. In fall, we don't necessarily need the water as often, but I still want to make sure I cover the area with a mulch to hold in the moisture and also to keep any weed seeds from getting into this bed. I have this side of the bed already planted out and it's all watered in. Now I'll release the video for the hinged hoop house itself in a couple weeks, so keep an eye out for that. Until then, I hope you enjoyed, hope you got something out of this, and we'll see you on the next one.